Good morning. Welcome to Sports Moves. This is your gentle stretch class. My name is Nicole. Today, you're just going to need some time, space, and a mat for when we go down to the floor. All right, we're going to get started here. Standing with your feet about hip width distance apart. Let's take some big shoulder rolls while taking some deep breaths. With your next inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. Letting your head hang naturally, take a deep breath at the bottom. And then slowly roll all the way up to the top. Shoulder rolls. Another big inhale, sweeping the arms over your head. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. Take a deep breath at the bottom. And then bend through your knees, lowering down a little closer to the ground. And straighten out through the legs. Two more like that. Bend. And straighten. Last one. Bend. And straighten. This time as you straighten, you can roll all the way up. One more set of those shoulder rolls. With your next inhale, sweep the arms over your head, clasping the hands together at the top. Lean to your right. Keeping your biceps near your ears. All the way over to your left. Back to your center. Drop your hands down to chest height, pressing your palms out towards me, rounding through your back, drop your chin towards your chest. And release, unlace your fingers, bring them behind your back. Interlace them, press the palms down towards the ground, head looks towards the ceiling. Bring your head to its neutral position, flipping the palms towards the ceiling. Hinge forward, letting your arms rise as far as is comfortable for you. Head hanging naturally. Unlace your fingers, let them fall down towards your toes. Alternate lifting your heels. One side and the other, keeping the toes down on the ground. And relax, putting both heels back down on the mat. Slowly roll all the way up to the top. This time we're going to alternate lifting your elbows. So one side and then the other, full range of motion through that shoulder. If you feel comfortable, you can extend your arm all the way out. And reverse. And relax, take a big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, down to shoulder height, palms facing the ground, small circles forward. Reverse. Palms up. Reverse. And relax, dropping the hands down by your side. Squeeze your shoulder blades back down and together. And release, squeeze. And release, one more time, squeeze. And release. Take a few deep breaths, shake it out, walk your feet a little bit wider. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching your hands down towards the mat. We're going to do a groin stretch here, lowering your hips down towards the mat. You're going to bend and straighten just through the legs. 2 more like that. Bend and straighten. Last one, bend and straighten. This time as you straighten, you can roll all the way up. Big inhale at the top. Exhale to shoulder height, palms facing the ground, torso rotations. Looking as far as you can over each of your shoulders. Keeping your hips facing forward for the first few while you warm up. And then when you're ready, you can make the movement a little bigger by pivoting on your toes, following through with your hips. Let those arms swing naturally. Big deep breaths. And slow it down. Bring it back to your center. Big inhale at your center, sweeping those arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring the hands directly in front of you to the mat. Turn your fingers so they're facing in toward you, and walk or reach as far in between your legs as you can. And walk your hands back to their neutral position, and then over towards your right leg, pulling your chest in as close as you can towards your thigh. Head looks towards your right knee. Then all the way over to the left side, pulling your chest in towards your left thigh, looking at your left knee. Walk your hands back to the center. Slight bend in your knees as you roll halfway up, one hand above each knee. Big inhale and round, pulling your spine towards the ceiling. Exhale, flat back release. Let your chest fall towards the floor. 2 more like that. Big inhale. And exhale. Last one. Stay in your flat back. Bring your right shoulder towards your left knee. Release to your center. Left shoulder towards your right knee. Release to your center. Roll the rest of the way up, nice and tall. Big shoulder rolls to the top. Deep breaths. We're going to drop your chest down to the right, center, left, and all the way back around in a big circle. Exhaling as you hinge down. Inhaling as you rise up. So you can keep your arms down by your side if you'd like, or let them rise over your head as you rise. Stay nice and controlled. Big inhales and exhales. Reaching up as high as you can. Nice and tall. 1 more in this direction. And the next time you come to your center, reverse. Letting that chest drop left, center, right, and all the way around. One more. When you get back to your center, you can stay there. Relaxing your hands down by your sides and to your hips. Press your hips out as far as you can to the right. Both hips back. As far as you can to the left. And then forward. Speed this up. Make it one fluid motion. One more. And then when you get to your center, reverse. Pressing the hips left, back, right, forward. And next time you come up to your center, stay there. Take a deep breath. Inhale the arms over your head. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring your hands directly in front of you to the mat. Place your right hand directly in front of your nose. Let your left hand sweep up towards the ceiling, following it with your eyes. You might be here. This is fine if you're not quite to the ground. Just try to rotate as far as you can. With your next exhale, bring the left hand down. Place it where the right hand was. Let that right hand sweep up towards the ceiling, following it with your eyes. With your next exhale, release it back down to the center. Slight bend in your knees as you roll all the way up. Big shoulder rolls to the top. Keeping your feet wide, toes pointed forward. Bend through your right leg, lengthen through the left, pressing the weight back in your hips and heels. Hands above your knee for support. And switch all the way over in that left leg. Back to the right. You can stay here if you'd like. If you'd like to make a little bit bigger stretch, reach your hands down towards the ground. Transfer all the way over to the left. Choose your level, 1 or 2. Press the weight back to your center, evening it out. Slight bend in the knees, roll all the way up. Big shoulder rolls at the top. Walking your feet back towards one another. Shake it out. We're going to go into a little balance. If you need to find your way towards a wall, a counter, chair, just something to help out if you find yourself a little bit off balance. Then we're going to set up in your tandem stance. That's one foot in front of the other. I'm going to turn to the side. Try to set up heel to toe, nice and tall, shoulders over your hips. Suck your navel in, squeeze your glutes. Once you've found your balance, we're going to try to do a weight transfer. Rocking forward and back. Every time you rock forward, that back heel comes off the ground. Every time you rock back, the front toe comes off the ground. The next time you rock forward, try to stay there with your back heel off the ground. If you feel ready, pull that heel off the ground. If you feel ready, see if you can grab onto your foot with the same side hand. You're going to be looking out in front of you with your chin parallel to the ground. And release, placing the back foot on the ground. Rock back, keeping the weight in your front heel, so those toes are off the ground. If you feel ready, see if you can lift your front leg off the ground. If you feel ready, see if you can bring it up so that you've got about a 90-degree angle. And release, shake it out, take a breath, switch sides. So you're just putting the opposite foot in front. We're gonna run through that same sequence, starting with your weight shift, forward and back. It's okay if you lose your balance, just get right back into it. The next time you rock forward, try to stay there with that back heel off the ground. If you feel ready, see if you can pop that back toe off the ground. If you feel ready, see if you can reach for the same side. Hand for your foot. You can always bring your arm out to the side for a little counterbalance. And release, put the foot back down in place, rocking back, letting those front toes come off the ground. If you feel ready, see if you can lift that leg entirely, that front leg. See if you can bring it up so you've got about a 90-degree angle. Squeeze the glutes, suck the navel in, breathe. And release, shake it out. Take one big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release all the tension away. Grab a drink of water, towel off. I'm gonna meet you down on the mat in your seated position, legs straight out in front of you. All right, so we're down on the floor, legs straight out in front of you. We're gonna start by pointing and flexing our toes. Every time you flex your toes, see if you can get your heels to pop up off the mat. And relax. Let your feet fall away from one another and then back together. Bring those pinky toes as close as you can to the mat, and then back, big toes back towards one another. And then let them fall from side to side. Pinky toes towards the ground still, just keeping those big toes as close as you can together the whole time. So they're like windshield wipers. And relax at your center. Give them a little squeeze, curling your toes under. And release, spreading your toes apart. Again, squeeze. And release. Last one, squeeze. This time when you release, you just give them a little wiggle. With your next inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. Head looks towards your knees. It's all right if you don't get all the way to your toes, maybe at your shins, ankles. Choose what's right for you. Take a few deep breaths, sinking into the stretch. And release, sitting up tall. Walk your feet away from one another. So you're sitting in a wide V. Evenly on your sit bones. Big inhale at your center. As you exhale, walk your hands away from your body, lowering your chest towards the floor. Staying out long, walk each of your hands towards each of your toes. Continue to let your chest sink towards the floor. And release, walk each of your hands up your legs to your center. Big inhale at your center, sweeping the arms over your head. Exhale, drop your right hand into your lap. Let your left hand reach for your right toes. So it could be here, or all the way down. So be hinging directly over. With your next exhale, release to the center. Switching sides, big inhale. Exhale, drop your left hand into your lap. Right hand reaches for your left toes. And release. Exhale to your center. Pull the soles of your feet in toward your body and in toward one another, so you're sitting in a butterfly. Again, evenly on your sit bones. Big inhale at your center. As you exhale, drop your chest towards your feet. You can use your elbows to help press those knees a little closer to the mat if you'd like. So you want to get your chest as close as you can to your feet and your knees as close as you can to the mat. And release, sitting up tall. Turn your right leg so that the sole of your foot is facing behind you. And tuck your left foot into your right thigh. So you're sitting in that mermaid. Take a big inhale at your center. As you exhale, walk your hands straight out in front of you, lowering your chest towards the mat. Staying out long, walk your hands as far to the right as you can. As far to the left as you can. Walk your hands back to the center and then in towards your body. Flip your right leg back into your butterfly. Big inhale at your center. As you exhale, drop your chest towards your feet. See if you can either get your chest a little closer to your feet or your knees a little closer to the mat than you did the first time. And release, sitting up tall. We're going to flip that left leg so that the sole of your left foot is facing behind you. Tuck your right leg into the left thigh, right foot into your left thigh. So you're in the mermaid on the opposite side. Big inhale at your center. As you exhale, walk your hands away from your body, lowering your chest towards the mat. Staying out long, walk your hands as far to the left as you can. Staying out long, walk your hands as far to the right as you can. Staying out long, walk your hands back to the center and then in towards your body. You can flip that left leg around, so now that you're in your crisscross position or whatever is your most comfortable seated position. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release just to shoulder height. Palms facing me. Small pulses. Opening up your chest. Flip the palms over. Continue to pulse. With your next inhale, open up as wide as you can, really squeezing those shoulder blades together. Exhale, release, giving yourself a big hug. Notice which arm is on top. We're gonna switch it. Big inhale and open. Exhale and close. 2 more like that, switching the top arm every time. Inhale and open. Exhale and close. Open, close. The next time you exhale, relax the arms down by your side. Inhale, sweep the right arm up over your head. Exhale, drop the hand in between your shoulder blades. Gentle press or tug from your elbow. And release. Switch sides. Inhale, sweep the left arm up over your head. Exhale, drop the hand in between your shoulder blades. Gentle press or tug from your elbow. And release. Relax the arms down by your side. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, rotate to your right, dropping your hands down towards the mat. You can press off of your knee if you need a little more of a rotation. Take a few deep breaths. With your next inhale, come back to your center, hands over your head. Exhale, rotate in the opposite direction. Bring those hands down towards the floor. You can press away from your left knee to add a little resistance, staying tall through your back. With your next inhale, return to your center, arms over your head. Exhale, relax the arms down by your side. Bring your right arm across your chest. Hang on just above the elbow. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Look to the right. And release. Switching sides, left arm comes across your body, Hang on just above that elbow, relax your shoulder, look to the left. And release to your center. Take a big inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. Exhale, release all the tension away. Take a deep breath. You need to grab a drink of water, towel off. You can do that now. We're going to come down to our supine position. So you're lying on your back, knees in towards your chest. Once you're here, you can rock from side to side, forward and back, around in a circle. Whatever feels right for you. Just release all the tension, take a few breaths. As you feel ready, you can grab onto the inside soles of each of your feet near your big toes and extend into a happy baby. Continuing to rock from side to side here. And release to your center. You can hug those knees back in towards your chest. And then extend them straight up towards the ceiling. You can hang on behind your hamstrings for support. Flex those toes. Take a few deep breaths. And let your feet fall away from one another. You can keep those hands on the outsides of your legs for support if you'd like. Pull your feet back towards one another. We're going to do this 2 more times. Let the feet fall away. And together. 1 more. Apart. And together. Stay together at the top here. We're going to do a little crunch. So you're just going to reach your hands up away from your shoulders towards your toes, lifting the head and shoulders off the mat. Big exhale, reach up. Inhale, release down. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, release down. 3 more. And release. Hug your knees back in towards your chest. And then let them fall down to the mat. So the feet are flat on the mat. So that you can just barely touch your heels with your fingers. Your feet are about hip width distance apart. Hands by your side, palms towards the ceiling. We're going to bridge. Big inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, lift your hips up, pressing through your heels. Squeeze the glutes at the top. And release, slowly lowering all the way back down to the mat. Again, big lift. Squeeze at the top, hold for about 2-second count, and release. Again, lift. Lower. This next one we're going to lift and hold. So lift up and stay up. Focus on those glutes and that core, sucking your navel in towards your spine. Keep those knees in line with your shoulders, with your hips. Make sure you're breathing nice, even. Inhales and exhales. And release, lower your hips all the way back down to the ground. Take a quick hug of your knees in towards your chest, releasing all that tension. And then drop them back down to the mat. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. You can press out on your right knee or interlace your fingers behind your left hamstring and pull it in toward your body. And release. If it's not already there, drop that left foot back to the mat. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. You can hang on behind your hamstring or your calf. Bring it in as close as you can to your body. Rotate from your ankle. Reverse. And relax, dropping that ankle right back over your knee where you came from. Bring your hands across your chest or behind your head. We're going to do a little oblique crunch here. Bring your left shoulder towards your right knee. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, release down. Pulling that head and shoulders up, then relaxing all the way back down to the mat. Using your breath, keeping those elbows wide. Just 2 more here. And relax the head and shoulders down on the mat. Uncross the right from left. Switching sides, left ankle over the top of that right knee. You can press out on your left knee or interlace your fingers behind your right hamstring. Pull it in as close as you can to your body. Take a few deep breaths. If it's not already there, drop that right foot back down to the mat, extending the left leg up towards the ceiling. You can hang on behind your hamstring or your calf. Pull it in as close as you can to your body. Rotate from your ankle. Reverse. And drop that left ankle right back over the right knee. Hands across your chest or behind your head. Get ready for that oblique crunch, right shoulder to left knee. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, release down. Focusing on that diagonal, keeping space between your chin and your chest. 1 more here. And relax. Uncross the left from right. We're going to go into a dead bug. So options 1, just inhale those arms over your head. We're going to alternate, pulling the opposite arm and leg up toward one another, and then all the way back down to the ground before the next arm and leg move. Option 2, you're going to start with your feet in tabletop position, arms coming straight out of your shoulders. The opposite arm and leg come down towards the mat, all the way back up to your starting position before the opposite side moves. One more each side. And relax. You can hug those knees in towards your chest for a quick release. Then drop them down to the mat and walk them away from your body so you're lying in a straight line. Take a big inhale. Reach up as the sun was, pulling you by your fingers and toes. Exhale, pull your right knee in towards your chest. Let your right knee fall over to the left side. Arms outstretched into a T. Head looks to the right. Try to keep your head and shoulders as close to the mat as you can. With your next exhale, Bring your arm all the way up and over to meet your left palm. And then inhale, slide your right hand across your body back to your starting position. We're gonna do 2 more like that. Big exhale, close. Inhale, open. 1 more, so big on the close, bring that arm all the way up and over, staying close to your body on the open, and hold it there. Take a few more deep breaths. And release to your center. Extend the right leg all the way back out to meet the left. Big inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Reach as if someone's pulling you by your toes. Exhale, pull your left knee in towards your chest. Let it fall over to the right side. Arms outstretched into a T. Head looks to the left. With your next exhale, pull your left hand all the way up and over, closing the hands together. Inhale, slide that arm across your body all the way back to your starting position. 2 more like that. Big exhale and close. Inhale and open. And 1 more. This time when you come all the way open, stay out. Taking a few deep breaths. And release to your center. Extend the left leg back out to meet the right. Take a big inhale, sweeping the arms over your head. Reach as if someone's pulling you by your fingers and toes. And then exhale, drop your hands by your side. Take a few deep breaths here. Releasing all the tension. Letting your body melt into the mat. With your next exhale, press into your elbows, bringing yourself all the way up to whatever is your most comfortable seated position. Drop your ears towards your shoulders, right ear towards right shoulder, left ear towards left shoulder, back and forth. The next time your head comes to the center, let it stay there. Look from right to left over your shoulders without moving the shoulders. The next time your head comes to the center, let it stay there. Looking up and down, towards the ceiling, towards the floor. The next time your chin comes towards your chest, let it stay there. Let your chin rock from side to side towards your collarbones. And bring your head to the center, back up to your neutral position. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release all the tension away. Again, big inhale. And exhale. One more time. Pressing the palms together at the top, pulling them down to your center. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you again on Wednesday for Boost Your Balance, or on Friday for Triple Play. See you next time.